stops, if it stops the power, I mean, you run out of battery, then you could still just
declare
use it as
using
regular
another
one. It doesn't
charge.
sound
Yeah,
inert,
exactly.
does it?
Nope. You use it as a normal weapon,
Okay.
and then you just say, "Hey, I'm charging up my weapon," and then you would just keep putting in +2 to the modifier box, only when you roll damage.
Okay. I'd be interested in that, but there's no way I'm going to give up my power glove for one whole hour.
Oh, he said,
12.
"Oh, honey, I could take that glove and I could make that powerful too if you'd like."
How much? How much? How long do I have to wait for that? I don't really feel comfortable giving my stuff in front of the parade in case something bad happens.
Philly, do you see the sign up above my kiosk? It says Sassy's Power Upgrades, and it says 8 years and running.
The Sassies.
Yeah, it's the Sassy's. Yeah.
I turn around to everybody and I go, "This girl talks funny. I can barely understand what she's saying."
That's because she's a moose.
So I guess, I mean, I'll power up my Nintendo Power Glove.
Okay, that's cool. Well, it'll cost you. We'll say that it's. We'll take it as like a gauntlet, right? All right.
Okay.
So that you have brawling, right?
I have brawling. Yes,
all right. Indeed. Very good. So your brawling group gauntlet. We'll say that it costs 64 silver. Oh, this is sweet. I haven't seen one of these, but I'll tell you what. I'll power it. What type of energy do you want me to power it up with? What do all of you want?
What kind of energies do you have?
Basically,
doesn't really make a lot of sense now that I think about it.
Take any of that. Well, basically, it's going to make your fists glow. With like an energy, fire or electricity, or like a force magic, and it'll do that type of damage +2.
Oh wow! So I can choose any of those, right?
Yeah, it's up to the player, whatever you want.
I rub my chin a little bit, and I'm like, is there a way that you can make it glow with a green light?
Absolutely. Sort of like the power of nature.
That would make me look awesome. That's my outfit and my skin tone.
Sure. Sassy writes it down.
Over my 67.
64. That'll be 64. Gideon, 64. What does Gideon want?
Well, I want to give a little bit of a tip.
Oh,
Dave.
Thanks.
Sweet. 3 silver because you're doing a great job here. I just want to say your store is awesome, and I appreciate you taking the time to take care of mine first.
Sassy is the best. So what does Gideon want, and what does Deckard want for his?
Well, I've already dropped off the bow, but there's some other items that I saw, some professional gear that I think I might need. Basically, a writer's kit, a pen, a quill, ink, paper,
sure,
and sealing wax, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's a kiosk around that has all that stuff on there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the exchange rate on a copper as opposed to silver?
A copper is 10 copper is 1 silver.
Okay.
10 silver is 1 gold.
Let me pull up a gold.
Which 100 copper is
okay,
1.
So 10, 10, 10.
Yep, 10, 10, 10.
I understand. Okay. Well, in that case, I'd like. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and what flavor did you want on your weapon?
Oh, on the weapon itself, I think kind of a magnetic, like purple pulse would be cool. Was that it?
Yeah, sure.
Does that count?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll say something like a shadow type of or a power type of arcana. Yeah, we'll say that.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll say that Shadow
Very cool.
Arcana sort of puts like this purplish. We'll put a purplish glow on your weapon as the arrow passes through the guide. It will charge your arrow as it leaves the bow. Well, and maybe we'll just say
Cool.
that maybe it because you really can only do melee weapons with that. So we'll say that the bows and the crossbows can be done too. But then, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that would be fair to the blasters? Because the blasters.
No, because you're already powering a blaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you got it the next day, and she's run off with your stuff. Because it's ranged.
My bow, huh?
Yeah, she's got your bow.
Ran off with my bow.
No. She didn't run off with your bow. She says, "Philly, look at the sign up above," and it says Sassy's power weapons, and then it says the best in Nestora. 8 years and running.
Talking about the powering up weapons?
Yeah.
I think you can only do that to melee weapons.
Yeah. You're
Okay,
supposed to do it to melee weapons
I'm sorry.
only.
It allows you to use a battery charge to do an extra, what, 1d6 of damage or
Nope,
something?
flat 2 damage.
Oh.
But I'm
Oh,
wondering,
two, okay.
would it be okay to? I mean, do you think it would be fair or unfair to allow missile weapons to do that too? I mean, I really don't see the problem with it. But then again, you got to get
I
into
say you go
That
for
puts
it,
the
Dave.
bow in the range of basically a blaster then.
Yeah.
So I don't see how that's unbalanced. It's more of like a flavor.
Yeah, I agree.
Have a bow as opposed to a blaster weapon.
And are you still going to do like one charge is 4 rounds, or are you going to
yeah,
do
of
like
course.
okay, every time you use a charge is that one shot?
No, I would keep it even.
I think one charge should be one shot. Because that's like
Really?
a blaster.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, we could do
Oh.
that if you
See,
want.
the heavy blaster pistol does 2d6 damage.
Yeah.
Uses a charge.
The bow does longbow does 2d crossbow does 2d6 plus 1, shortbow does 1d6 plus 1, longbow does 1d6 plus 3, but with the modification would be 1d6 plus 5. So
Yeah, that's got my interest.
so the blasters are definitely more damage. Well, a higher die, but you know that longbow with a plus 5, that's pretty vicious.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the blaster almost all the time anyway. But it's only, and I was kind of, I thought that it might be without an actual charge, without a needing a battery.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna power, you do any kind of power weapon stuff, it's gonna cost you battery. I mean, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But you know, it is supposed to be for melee weapons.
You know, I think if I think I'll back out of it altogether.
No problem. All right, no
I wasn't
problem.
clear on it, and maybe she'll give me my bow back. Maybe she won't. Maybe
She
he-
does. Yeah, he does. She
But yeah,
does.
let's not do it.
All right, no problem. Yeah, that's no problem.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, no, that's no problem. It's like I was saying. I thought it was for any weapons too, but then when I reread it, it was for melee weapons only. So, but, all right.
Yeah, I still don't have any stats on the new weapons for this campaign. Yeah.
Oh, the campaign is still young. So Gideon and Lester, you guys are gonna do. You're gonna do your gauntlet, all right, and then Gideon is gonna do the axe. And Gideon, what is Gideon doing?
Totally.
I want to go with kind of like how he's looking for his grandfather's axe, and do lightning. Kind of like represent.
Good choice.
Represent.
Good choice. All right. So Sassy does tell you that he will have those ready for you, but just get there in the morning before all of the festivities start, because it will be hectic. A lot of people, everybody will be out tomorrow. No, you know, basically.
And what time do the
nobody's
start,
working.
Bessie?
Maybe a couple hours after the sun comes up, after it becomes light out.
Well, you better be here. My axe better be ready.
And you can see, you know, as you guys are inside of the market, you can see that there's a couple patrolling, you know, of the different, you know, the different guilds and stuff. There's a couple patrolling factions, you know, sort of. There's a group on horseback, and then there's some soldiers that are on foot too, kind of just going different ways. It's sort of like lawmen would be, you know, kind of walking through the streets in the Old West or something. All right. So does anybody else want to purchase anything? Last chance.
So, what's the healer's kit do? I'm looking at the description and it doesn't really say specifically.
I just click on it.
And I don't see the price for the stimulants. Oh, yeah, I've got it open. It just says, it tells me what it contains.
Yeah, it has like bandages and stuff. Now remember, when you use your healing skill, they want you to have bandages and whatnot. So I'm guessing this probably falls into that category. Like the healer's kit says, bandages, herbs, salves, small knives, needle thread. You know, pretty much anything to treat an injury. And then it's 25 silver pieces up above. Right up above the description, it says cost 25 silver pieces. All right.
Yep. And then, do you know how much the healing stimulators cost? I have the one, but I didn't see that on the list anywhere. So.
That's sort of like a rarity. I'm gonna have to think on that. That's why I didn't put anything on there.
Is it a healing stimulator or is it a?
It's basically it's a healing potion that I wanted to basically make it more sci-fi-ish. So that's why I made it. That's why I named it the stimulator. So I don't have those on there yet, but that's sort of like a rarity.
That's okay.
Yeah, those would probably be pretty, but you don't find anything like that, not out here now.
Okay, that's it then.
And give me just a few of those items, a few of those writing items.
Sure.
I have a list.
Anything that you see, just drag and drop it onto your character sheet and deduct the money. Just go right to the items there on the right hand side, drag and drop, and add it to your sheet and deduct the money.
Will do. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
So you guys are finishing up your shopping here in the market.
Gideon's good.
Time to go find
good.
for Kaya, maybe.
One thing that Gideon did after he handed his axe over to Sassy, he pulled the mace that he had out of his backpack and hooked it in his belt where he keeps his axe.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna have to travel basically to the other side of the market bank, and then you'll basically go down some stairs into another sort of like an underground market area as well. So I guess everybody's done. Last call.
Yes, but I do want to find out where Fakaya is from that guy.
Well, that's where he just gave you the directions, and plus it's on your little the pad that Uncle Gerlach had give you guys too. Yeah. Yep. So the map's up. I see you guys have the map up. So, all right. So you guys are traveling now to the other end of the marketplace, and as you guys are all traveling together, all of a sudden a sound just comes out of nowhere. I mean, very loud sound. Kind of startles you guys. Like a massive car crash. I mean, a huge crash, and there's an abrupt double boom. It kind of rattles the windows everywhere around, and then it's kind of followed up. The crash is followed up by some shouts and whatnot, and some cries for help as you can see a little bit of smoke coming up from probably about a block down the road. It's starting to go up into the sky, and then all of a sudden you hear some emergency vehicles way off in the background. And then as you guys are kind of like going, what the hell? All of a sudden you hear a single gunshot.
Cry for help! Let's get over there and help them. Come on, team! I'm all super positive, so, you know. Come on, guys, let's see what we can do!
While I'm running after Lester, I'm kind of trying to grab some of the cheese off of his cheese wheel.
Don't swipe my keys, bitch!
Oh my god! Alright, so you guys are coming up. You guys are. Go ahead, Glitter, I'm sorry.
I just take a big old chunk off of it, just cram it in my mouth, both cheeks just out.
Like a hamster? Like a hamster with cheese out here? You're just gonna digest it for the next hour?
Probably.
You guys get up there and say, "What's going on?" And you have this like mash of cheese all on your teeth and stuff. It's so good, man.
What's going on?
So as you guys are coming up to the intersection, it looks like there is a one of these Gilder caravans that is ablaze. Now you can see 2 trucks are on fire, and these 2 trucks are basically pumping black smoke into the air and kind of like rippling up into the buildings. I mean, it's a really small, tight, confined area. Now, there is a 3rd truck, and its windscreen is fractured, and the cab is filled with dark smoke as it's like kind of billowing out the windows that are cracked. And as you guys are coming up to it, you can see that the brakes are on, and it coasts, I'd say probably about another 15 feet away from it, and then it just kind of comes to a stop on the road. Now I've got another scene for you here.
I have to run over there and see if they're. Oh wait, we'll see.
Yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like.
Map.
Yep, this is pretty much what what it looks like as you guys are coming up from the west going east. And you can see that it's chaotic all around you. There are people that are hurt on the ground. A couple people get out of the smoking vehicles, but the vehicle that's on the right, there's somebody slumped over, and that vehicle is smoking pretty badly. And you can see like kind of shimmers of light where there would probably be like a flame inside of the cab.
Well, you cut out for a second. Shimmers of light, like there'd be what?
Like a flame that's inside of the cab that's burning.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'm gonna have to let me see if I can run over to the guy that's slumped over.
Okay.
Well, I mean, oh, sweet, some action. And oh shit! Darn it!
Yeah,
so I'm gonna run over to the guy that's slumped over, and I'm gonna see if I can drag him out and put him in the pile with the rest of the bodies.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him too. I'm right next to him.
Okay, so you guys get up to that truck, and you're within plenty of movement, so you guys don't have to do any kind of special movements. And we'll do this theater of mind style. Now, when you get up to the truck, the door is locked. All right, and the driver is slumped over, and he's unconscious for sure. The truck is running, but there's definitely something wrong. The truck is running, but it's like the engine's grinding. It's like something was definitely messed up in the crash, and there's like a fan is knocking against the engine or something like that, and then it gets louder and louder and louder. So you guys can try to break the.
I have my lock pick.
Okay. Oh, that's right, the lock break. So I believe it takes a charge, doesn't it, or something like that? Yeah.
I would grab that lock break out of my backpack.
Ooh,
I'm
Mr. Gadget, I love it.
The lock.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, and I'll start flipping the toggle switches, and let it go. And now I'm gonna go ahead and roll my dexterity. And that blows.
Yeah,
this lock break is shit. I think I got screwed on this thing. It's busted.
You can give it another try if you want. If you want to give it another try, it's just gonna cost you some more charges.
It's worth it, man. But you got to realize, what is a life worth, Dave? Is it worth?
I agree, and it's
it's
a human.
All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's a. Oh, in that case, forget it.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
all right,
human,
so
and
I'll
he's
go
in
ahead
one of these guilds uniforms, and in the background you can hear that.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay,
dude, you're forgetting to add the
ripped off on the
bonus,
side grade.
Lester. You're
that's
forgetting to
Constitution
add the
too.
bonus. You're forgetting to add the bonus to the lock
Oh
breaker
shit! Yeah, okay. So
in your
let's go back to the
modifier
first
box.
one. The
Oh
bonus,
my gosh.
The bonus was a +3. Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Okay,
Wow, it was
yeah, the first one is still.
actually a 10.
Yeah, that's not good enough. Now the second one you rolled Constitution, so we'll go ahead and I'll let you re-roll that Constitution, even though it's the same
But
thing
as dexterity?
dexterity. Yeah, and don't forget to add in your whatever that's a lock break. What is it? +3. Add
Sorry,
that in
Dave.
there too. Quit fucking up, Lester, will
Computers
you
are so
please?
hard.
Fuck it up.
Because my monitor's broken, Dave. I'm printing out every screen on my printer and then looking at it. That's how I know what's happening.
Jesus.
Is this thing have a window to?
Yeah, there is a window.
We could just break it.
It starts drinking.
So the second time that you use your lock break, it works, and you get the door open.
Okay, right when I open the door, I turn around to Deckard and I do one of these fist pumps like the break worked. Sweet.
Just get the
Then
dude
I'll
out here before it blows up.
Yeah, and you can
Then I
see
grab the guy and we're gonna drag him out.
the flames are definitely getting bigger in this truck. That's for sure. And as you open up the door, more oxygen goes inside of the cab. It just escalates it that much more, and you pull the guy out just in time to where the flames start to overtake the driver's seat. So, but he is definitely hurt. It definitely looks like he's going to need to be stabilized because he's bleeding. I mean, he wasn't wearing any kind of restraining device like a seatbelt or anything like that. So he's in pretty bad shape. He needs to be stabilized. So you guys, get him over on the edge of the crowd.
I can stabilize him.
Okay.
I'll stabilize him with my healing ability.
Ooh, okay.
So Dexter, with his giant Sauron mouth, is going to get close to him and do mouth to mouth. It'll be really hard though, because I kind of got an overbite. It'll look like I'm eating his lips, but I'll blow a couple times in there, and I'm gonna see if I can heal him.
It seems like you stabilize him. He seems like he's starting to breathe a little bit better and whatnot, and he's kind of kind of moaning in pain a little bit. But you actually are getting a response out of him now as you're kind of slapping his face.
Get out of the way, Sauron.
I might push his chest a little bit, maybe a little after the fact, but still, I want to make sure that he's breathing.
Yeah, he seems like he's
I'll run over
pretty
to him. Like,
stable.
get out of the way. You don't know what the hell you're doing.
Well, he
Shake
actually
his
he stabilized them. You get up to him, Glitter, and you're looking, and it seems that with your medical expertise, Glitter, it seems like Lester actually did a pretty good job stabilizing him.
Oh, for God's sake! It's a wonder you didn't chew his face off with all those teeth in your mouth.
He's got a lot of slobber on his face, but other than that, he's okay.
All right, I'm gonna go around and help other people.
While that's
Okay.
going on, I'm
Sure,
gonna
Doctor.
try to see if
Yeah, there's
and grab any items
people
or telephones or
people
anything you left
screaming
behind.
and whatnot. Well, as you go to reach inside, there's like a radio that's mounted on the dash, but the flames are just too strong for you to do anything. So, Folly, what are you doing? What is Gideon doing? I see, Deckard and Lester, they pulled a guy. I actually saved his life. Glitter's over there helping administer some first aid on some other people, innocent bystanders. Like one of the tires came off and literally ran somebody over. So this person hasn't had a good day. So Folly, what are you?
Folly
what are you and
goes
Gideon
over and
doing?
pretends to look like she is helping by doing like chest compressions and looking to do CPR. But I'm actually checking all the pockets.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Give me a. There is a gentleman that was ran over by a large truck tire, and you can see that he was smashed up pretty good. And this tire actually destroyed one of the kiosks. It actually destroyed the kiosk where Deckard got his. I mean, this tire rolled almost a half a block, and you can see pieces of paper and parchments and pens kind of floating toward in the air, and it looks like it just destroyed the whole writer's kiosk. Guy's holding his head like, oh my god, my life's work. Oh! You see some guy worried in the background. So give me a dexterity check, and what would you be using to pick someone's pocket there, Folly?
Legerdemain.
Legerdemain, that's right. So give me a Legerdemain check. Oh yeah. So as you're faking doing some kind of CPR, just kind of ignore him. You're kind of patting this gentleman down, and you feel around his pockets, and you find a wallet. So put on your sheet. You found a wallet from some poor bastard.
That's my second wallet.
So yeah, do you actually try to do anything to save this person, or no? You're just kind of like faking it and
stuff. If there's anything I can try to do while I'm at it, I will. Like if
Okay.
it's something obvious. I mean, I'm not trained in it.
Like stick your finger in an open wound. This
But
heart has a
I'm not
hole in it.
cold. I'm not cold. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a let's see. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check to see if you know how to do any kind of first aid. Yeah, you're not. You're trying. You're just kind of like blowing in his mouth, and you're kind of like pushing on his stomach instead of on his ribs and whatnot. So, yeah, another person comes over and says, "Oh, that's here. Let me help you out with this." And this is after the fact that you find the wallet. Aliens.
All right.
Thank you very much for the follow, Aliens. Gideon, what about you?
Gideon's kind of standing back in the crowd, looking to see if he sees anybody like acting out of the normal, like not like, oh my god, this was a crash, like yeah, we did our job kind of thing. To make it seem like.
Give me a perception check. Perception with like seeing, with all of the the chaos going that's happening, and the loud noises, and people kind of running frantically back and forth helping other victims that were hurt. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. There's a couple people trying to push the crowd back, and they're having a little bit of problem trying to get everyone kind of back and out of harm's way and whatnot, but you don't notice anything out of the ordinary, not right now.
So after I like kind of get a good glance around and not notice anything, I'm gonna run over to Will Follow. I'm gonna kind of like gracefully walk because I'm kind of not too concerned about these other people, and just kind of like stand around Folly to make sure nobody does anything stupid towards her.
Okay. Yeah, you see someone approach Folly and basically just help Folly with trying to stabilize someone that was actually hit by a tire, by one of the large truck tires. Speaking out of character, did you ever see that guy pumping gas? That gas station surveillance video where a huge like construction tire came out of nowhere and rolled this guy up that was pumping gas into his truck one morning? Oh my gosh, this guy got, I'm not sure if he got killed or what, but this tire was like as big as him, and it just like just out of nowhere this tire just got him. What luck.
So I guess he was retired.
Yeah, he was. That was like years ago though. All right, so things are starting to they're still hectic, and you guys can hear that there are some sirens and whatnot getting louder and louder and louder. So as you guys see a lot of these different guilds, their troop